And it's crazy. Alright, here we go. We forgetting something?
I don't think
We
so.
forgetting something. Somebody already saying people want it already.
Which one?
Hey
y'all.
Yeah, how y'all doing? It's another episode 3. I will put 2 fingers out. Episode 3. Episode 3 of the Be More Open podcast here down at Feed the Beat Studios. Man, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there I go with that word. Anyway, right. Now today's topic is sex and relationship. But let me let y'all know. My name is Jerome Barrett. I'm a host of the GTI radio show, the GTI radio brand. Probably heard of me. I've been doing it for since like 06. And really we've been like doing the radio since like for about 5 years. Me and my host Sleazy and Rock Box. Now we got the Be More Open podcast brought to you every Sunday at 6 p.m. We on time today too.
Yes, we trying to get better.
Every 6 p.m. every Sunday, where we talk about different topics. Like I said, today's topic is sex and relationship.
And hello, y'all, to everybody who haven't watched us for the first 2 episodes. I'm Rolanda. Y'all know me. And today, like you said, we're talking about sex and relationships. Y'all, we put out the call-in line for anybody who wants to call in and have any questions or wants to comment about anything that we're talking about or discussing. We also, before this episode started, I sent out posts asking people to send in questions that they may want to ask us personally and or, just want to ask and want people to answer and us to answer or respond on. So we have like a list of questions, and I don't know if you want to start with the questions,
Yeah,
we take calls, people can call in as well.
I'm thinking on, but yeah, we can start with the question. What's the first
I'm
question?
gonna pull up the questions. Open notes.
But then, yeah, be sure y'all tune into the GGI radio show too every Saturday from 1 to 3 at Feed the Beat Studios. We're gonna be live on live365.com at 101.7 WGNA, the music. This week's guest is gonna be Mass Moon, so check us out.
Here go some of the questions. We'll start off with some of the questions, and then y'all know the calling line in case y'all didn't see it. It's 410-500-2754, 410-500-2754. So y'all can call in if y'all have questions or want to say something about the questions that we're asking and answering.
Yeah.
So you want to start with the first question?
All right, the first question is, do you call your partner daddy, and why do men? Well, it's a 2-part question. Do you call your partner daddy, and why do men want to be called daddy?
You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, sexually, I do. Like, I do. I think, you're a man. So, I mean, we haven't heard his answer yet, but yeah. I do call my partner. Actually, it's only actually been one relationship that I've been in that I call him daddy. And that's more so he was the jump off to start that. It wasn't something I just started doing. He was just, I think it started like one day, we was having intercourse, and you know how a guy might be like, yeah, this is daddy. And, and just want to be called that and reference that a lot. So I started saying it, and I like it.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? The reasons why I don't is like, I just don't see the whole origin where it came from, because I don't know, a lot of people say it's like males, I talk to them, they say it's like a control thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a control daddy. But with me, I think I'm more like actually daddy or father or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how did that word come to play for us in the bedroom sexually? You know what I'm saying? I just, I don't knock nobody, you know what I'm saying? That's what they like, but that's just my reason why I really,
I like it. And I think it gives men, and y'all can chime in, call in as well. I think that, like, control, I don't know where it came from. And, I have spoke with some friends about it, and they're like, they don't really like it either, because the same thing that you said is like, I call my father daddy, and it's like calling But me personally, I don't judge anybody, right or wrong, but I like it. I like it. Daddy, like, you know, it sounds sexy, like daddy. But not like Monique, like, and a lot of people's against Monique, because she called her husband daddy all day long. Now that just all day, calling him daddy, no. For me, it would just be for the bedroom purposes only.
Okay.
You want to see if I don't know if anybody commented or anything about that, or just go.
Well, somebody put on that I agree. I'm not calling my man no daddy, especially in the bedroom.
Why not? Why though? Why? What was that person's name?
I ain't really see it. I'm gonna have to try to get it on one of these phones so we can see it.
And your ring on?
Yeah, everything on.
Okay.
Yeah, everything on. Everything on. But I don't know, I just got that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and sex and I don't know, it's just, you know. And like,
maybe the older generation, and if there's any older people watching, maybe y'all feel that way. I mean, we have like some year differences. I'm 38 and I think it's sexy. Like it sounds sexy. Like don't it? You don't think so? Daddy.
Nah. No, just not for me.
Honestly, I was a daddy's girl. Like I was all the way a daddy's girl. Like I was a daddy's girl. So, but I guess because I don't put it into my mind, I'm not thinking in my mind. I'm not even like coincide, like putting the two together. Like
I'm just curious where the origin from it. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody really know the true definition or know the real, you know, like origin behind it. You know what I'm saying? Let us know, comment on that, because to me, I just think, you know, it's like, don't you let know and go together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I don't know.
And see, like, he called me mommy. Like, doing, you know, like, I'm saying, like,
Bill Cosby face, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? For real. Ooh.
I mean, you know, to each his own.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, whatever floats your boat. All right, next question that we're going to go into is say, do you have threesomes? Do you have threesomes? Yeah, do you have threesomes? We're going to just go on that because it's some other stuff. Yeah,
I've never had a threesome. I've never had a threesome. And I don't like again, I don't judge anybody that's into them, but I feel like, and if I was to ever have one, it wouldn't be with my man, somebody that I'm in a relationship with.
A lot of people make mistakes. It's like bringing somebody else in their bedroom and they in a committed relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know, I guess.
You never had a threesome before? No. Tell the truth.
No.
We don't want nobody calling in and be like, wrong. You don't remember back in 1990 something when it was me, you, and Bonquisha? No, but no, seriously, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I feel like, for one, and can you can somebody love you? Like, how can you actually watch your partner, like, another person making love or having sex with your
that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that would like mess me up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm sorry for you. I don't want to share at all.
Somebody being intimate with somebody
else that you love.
And then you, on top of that, then you had sex with them.
And then dudes get greedy. So then they gonna be out, especially if it's good. Then what if it's better than yours? What if I stuff better than your stuff? And then he gonna be creeping behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you know how y'all do.
Oh,
I'm just saying, males. You know, y'all know how they do. Sisters, y'all can help me out here or whatever, you know. But no, me. So neither one of us had threesomes. So I guess we dull, we boring, probably.
Yeah, but like what we said, it's just I just don't see that. Like you said, if you're not in a committed relationship with nobody, then yeah, you know what I'm saying. But if you like with somebody, I just don't see where that's even, you know.
My ex used to want to, you know, he used to always say he gonna get me to have one, and you know, I guess that was something that his past relationships, type of thing that they was into, whatever. But it ain't happening. It ain't happening, and it's never going to happen. Like, but does that mean that he doesn't respect me? No, you understand what I'm saying? If he's like,
I don't know. Whoa, you loud. I'm trying to read these questions. Go ahead, my bad.
I was just saying.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, he was into that type of stuff, but that's something he's never done with me. So maybe that's why we're not together right now. Like, it's for real. I would do any and everything, anything, you know, sexually to please him, but except for that one thing.
And that's the reason that you had, because you had feelings for him and you couldn't see yourself.
Couldn't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't do it.
Or another female, right?
And see, but not even with 2 women.
Yeah.
I'm not, and see, one day for his birthday, I got him 2 strippers, surprised him with 2 strippers, and I'm not attracted to women in any way, shape, or form. So,
and see, that's another reason why you probably wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do that. No way, shape, or form. Don't touch me, don't kiss me. I don't even want you doing me, and I ain't gotta do nothing. I'm just not interested at all.
But you know what? It's crazy though, because you know, my wife, she watches a lot of talk shows and stuff like that. So every talk show I ever watch, and a person talks about the threesome stuff, right? They always want to add the man cheating. You know what I'm saying? The man that went with the female that brought to the bed and stuff like that. And then she then had sex with the woman and didn't even have interest in women before, but to please her man, she went on and did it. And that's like crazy. Like, to me, that would be like, I could see, like I said, if it's, I don't know, I'll put it like this. If that's what they was into, if they was bi or something like that, then, yeah, before they met me. But for me, to force somebody to do something just to please me, and that's nothing that they ever done in their life, or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's like being selfish right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like being selfish. You know, and I don't think I would, you know, even if I wasn't married and with somebody, I could see if they ended that, then yeah, but I'm not going, well, you do it for me, do it for daddy, do it for daddy, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even doing threesomes for daddy, I'm sorry.
Okay. Other questions say, do you like anal sex? But do you, look, you got why you got the anal? What you thinking about that? What are you thinking about it?
You want to start? You start this time and then I'll go after you.
I'm saying, I haven't tried it, but that's not really my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like, boo, they lying. No, but for real though, you know what I'm saying, some partners, I ain't tried it, but that's not really, I really ain't, you know, enjoy it.
Was it their idea when you did try it?
No, it was my idea because I was curious. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, watching porn, or you know what I'm saying, I'm talking with people and all that stuff. Or I'm trying, like one of our questions, try something different in the bedroom type thing. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really. No.
Well, me,
me,
No, okay, so no, seriously. I have done it, and it feels good after a while. No, and I'm just being honest. After a while, like when you first, of course, that first go in is, you know. But honestly, if any women out there, like if y'all have tried it, well, let me speak for myself. For me, the cum is better. It feels better once you get past that hurt part. Like you know, it's not something that I would want to do all the time. Not at all. It's not. When I did do it, and when I do it, have done it, it was never something that I initiated. Again, I'm a partner pleaser, so you know, I tried it and I've done it, and it wasn't something that was done all the time, except for with one person, and it was, you know, they wanted to do it all the time, like all the time. And I didn't like that. That I did not like at all. I didn't like it at all. So, but yeah, I had tried it, and I do like it once you get past the first couple minutes. And it does really feel good, but not for
every time.
No, not at all. Not at all. Maybe like once in a blue. Yeah, once in a blue. Not no constant thing. No. But I've definitely tried it. And did anybody make any comments?
Well, there's a bunch of comments, but I can't even really sing him like that.
You want to go
know what I'm saying? I think if we turn the
well, maybe after my wait a minute, y'all. We gonna try to look at some of y'all. Let me try to put that. That's on the IG or the Facebook that you're looking at the questions on.
That's an IG.
All right, let's see. When won't y'all call it? Y'all scared? Let me find out. Y'all scared to be put on blast?
Yeah, nobody call that phone dead.
Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to check y'all. Wait a minute.
But be sure to tune in to us every Sunday at 6 p.m. We have different topics, man. Like next week topic, we have a nice one, side chicks and wives. So we're gonna be talking about that next week. So tune in. And like I said, you can tune into the GGI radio show every Saturday from 1 to 3 on 101.7 WGNA on live365.com. We coming up with an app and stuff to make everything real simple so you can y'all can tune in, or you can go to the GGI radio show.com and click on the link and listen from there. So, we got different things going on.
I'm sorry, y'all just trying to pull up some of the questions for the what people say on Instagram so we can see it up closer. Because we're not close to the board. I mean to the screen over there.
I wonder if I landscape it up. Can we read the question? Is your thing live?
Look, I'm about to pull it up right here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because see, you can watch it from my phone too. Wait a minute. It's gotta come up.
Oh, there you go. But I'm just saying, then we're gonna have that feedback and then
I turned it all the way down.
Oh, okay, bad. Okay, working.
But see, I don't see. It's not gonna show me the previous stuff that people. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's not showing me the previous stuff that people said.
Well, we just gotta go
look at that one. Yeah, you gonna go over there look at it?
Wait, on that?
On that one, yeah.
And that's why I was saying we could.
Bear with us for a second, y'all. We're trying to figure out. We don't have nobody else.
That's why I said, should I turn it up? Turn it up.
If you, because if you turn it straight up, the soul swing turn for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So we ready to go to some questions. We like one man army today.
Yeah, it's just us two.
But shout out to Jasmine Lee. I know she's watching.
Hey, Jazz.
So shout out to Shauna. I'm sorry. Do y'all thing, somebody said. All right. I agree.
Oh, we don't know what you agree with.
No, talk about the daddy thing.
Oh, okay.
Say, I agree. What's this, N. Brickle?
N. Brickell.
N. Brickell? Okay, my bad. I didn't say Brickle wrong. My bad. N. Brickell said, I agree with you. I'm not calling no man daddy, especially in the bedroom.
N. Brickell, you never call nobody daddy. Never.
No. She said no.
Daddy or Poppy?
Poppy still
be honest.
Latino,
be honest.
All right, here we go. Right. He is not my daddy. Pam, okay.
Pam.
And no, I guess this is probably about the anal sex thing. Somebody said, nah, I never liked that shit.
Nikki said, oh, no people may be. Wait a minute.
You can read it on?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, okay. I bet. So I'm going to put this back the way it was.
You said people maybe. Oh, Poppy maybe. Poppy. Oh, she said she called him Poppy, but not Daddy. Poppy. Now, what's the difference between Poppy and Daddy, though?
Poppy is Daddy in Latin.
Exactly.
Ain't it?
Poppy and Daddy is the same thing.
I don't know.
Hey, bro, _913.
Now you took the questions.
Oh, dang.
So what was the other questions?
So how are you able to maybe pull up the IG Live on your phone and you can see it, and then I put the questions back up on mine? Y'all just bear with us because it's just us again today. We're trying to figure out how to read y'all questions. Everybody acting scared to call in, so we got to read the questions from off the board, and now our board is a distance away from us. So we're trying to pull it up on our phone so we can see the questions up close and personal.
Turn
it back how you, somebody said turn it back how we had it.
Turn it back how we had it?
Yeah. We watching sideways.
Oh.
We watching sideways.
Okay. I was asking you that.
I thought it did.
Well, I've done that.
The number is 410-500-2754.
That's it right there?
Yeah.
What you said, unlock it. Can they see me?
Is that better, y'all? That way?
There you go. Okay.
What's the number? Oh, I think I said it. If you ain't hear the number, it's 410-500-2754. And I'll keep the questions up so you can pull them up on your phone. Just go to your Instagram and you follow our page. So at the top you should see our live and just click on it.
Oh, there goes somebody call now.
Okay, first of all, hey Pamela.
Don't laugh at my
She said leave it like that. Y'all said leave it like that?
Hello.
I like that.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
I have a question.
Uh,
And this is like, it's related towards like, female and males. So let's say, okay, let's say, I got a question maybe, but I can't think of it right now. Okay, no, okay. As far as like females, okay, say for instance that, a female is cheating, you know what I'm saying? And they say, basically, females say, well, you can take a shower, a hot shower, or whatever, hot bath, and, your mate would not know that you're cheating. Is that true?
I don't know. I'm saying though, I can think about an instance like my kid's mother is like, I just had a feeling that she went outside the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It was just, the whole vibe and everything, wasn't the same as,
right.
As us having intercourse before. But as far as like, I don't know.
They did say when you soak in the tub and you put Epsom salt in the water, it'll make you beg tighter. I heard that before though. I've heard that. I have.
Yeah, I heard it, but I don't know how true it is.
For men.
Huh?
For men and females. So, okay, your mate, want to try a different position that y'all have never done ever before.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, does that necessarily mean that he's cheating or, like, how would you explain that? Like, okay, say, like, me and my man, we in the bed, we getting it in, and all of a sudden, he want to try this position that we've never done in the whole maybe 5 or 6 years that we've been together. But you go home on some whole other shit, you want to try this position.
Right.
We've never done before, ever. But you come home and want to try it.
I honestly, for me to answer it, like when I seen that question, me personally, I have had that in my mind before. Like I've been having sex before, like with my ex, and it's something very weird at that would just come out of the blue that we've never done before. He never ever done before, and in my mind, I was thinking like, yeah, he done seen somebody did this with him, or he done that with somebody else. That was the first thing that I thought. I'm not gonna lie to myself, but I don't. No, maybe he watched the porn. I don't know.
Yeah, or Reddit and man.
I mean, I guess we can't never really say, but that's definitely what I thought. Probably.
Yeah.
You know what they say, women intuition, right?
I mean, that could be the case as well.
Yeah, so I guess even you is like, I guess how y'all relationship is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have trust issues or you ain't never go outside the relationship.
You can say that you have a solid relationship, but
huh?
I think you can have a solid relationship and y'all doing each other, but ultimately sometimes what you think is on that.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But if y'all any guys out there, y'all want to comment, if y'all can't hear the caller, can y'all respond and let us know whether y'all can hear or not, and any guys that want to reply to what she said about the whole, if y'all introduce something different that you guys have never done before in a bedroom, and then out of the blue your partner just start wanting it. But it could be too that the partner, when you think about it, just trying to spice it up, change it up, do something a little bit different, do something a little different. Mm-hmm. So it could be that too. I guess it does just plays trust just plays a big part of that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree with that. Because I have done, and wasn't out nowhere, doing nothing else, and I wanted to try something different.
Right.
And it was just like, man, like you said, just to spice it up, just to, just to like, put a little twist on, especially if y'all been together for a minute. Y'all been together for a minute,
And then keep doing the same old.
Yeah, so, so like, twist it up, like, hang on this, or, or I'm ready like this.
So let me ask you this question, though, before we let you go, because somebody was beeping in, but they ended up hanging up. With you asking that question, so if you're having relationship, like you and your partner, y'all having sex, or y'all constantly doing the same thing, do you ever try anything different? And when you try something different, do you think you flip-flopping it?
Yeah.
Or you just don't do nothing different, you always stick to the go-to, same go-to?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He does. He feels. He feels the same way. Like first like he like, okay. So where did you learn it from? Like,
right.
Just something he does on the side. So like I said, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily mean that you're cheating. I'm just like they don't necessarily mean that you're cheating, or like they say, it could be that you want to like spice it up.
Right.
So if I want to try something different, and he would try something different, like I'm a fat girl, so I can't do those splits. I can't.
Oh, honey, look, fat girls can get it in. Trust me, fat girls are flexible. Don't get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Fat girls can do a lot more than skinny girls can do. Now, some of them, the ones that's not lazy and sit on the couch all day. I'm sorry.
No, listen.
I didn't hear you. What was the last thing you had said? I can't hear you.
I'm gonna pay you a line now, but I'm still watching.
Okay, thank you for your support.
No problem, man. No problem at all. Thank you.
All right.
Oh,
So, wait, are you able to see Facebook? Because we probably look at none of the Facebook and see if anybody on Facebook was responding. That's what we got most of.
Yeah, it's a couple, like 4 people on there.
Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna go back to the question. I can pull up the questions so we can see the next question.
So whips and chains and blindfolds.
Yes, all that.
And fruit.
All that. Now, who said that?
Somebody, Jabari.
Jabari.
Yeah, Jabari. Yeah. Whips and chains. I don't know about.
Open notes.
I don't know about whips.
Beat me, Ike.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, don't beat me like. If it's your father, he's not gonna beat you to hurt you.
Yeah, no,
hopefully, but yes, beat me, choke me,
choke
me where I'm gagging, but yeah, you can lightly choke.
What's that called?
Like dominatrix and
asphyxiated or something. That's what it's called.
I know what the word you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what's his name died from.
Who?
David Carey name.
From Insects?
Yeah, choking and.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he choked too.
Don't beat me, I don't want to die.
He choked too much.
I don't want to die.
Oh yeah.
We going to the next question. Y'all call back in, whoever that caller was. We were speaking with Amber Cow. She was a great caller. Thank you again. Call back.
So how do you please a man or woman? What turns you on? And what's your favorite position? That's we're gonna put all that together.
Because I always go first.
My favorite position, doggy style. I like dogs.
I think that's probably all men's favorite.
Yeah, I like that. I like dogs.
And I can flip back to this so we can see the questions while we answer.
That's my favorite thing. And I think I'm more like a pleaser than being pleased.
So how do you please your partner? Like what type of things do you do to please your partner?
Well, the old sex. Just like what, trying the different things or whatever, the spice, keep the sex, alive,
Pamela, I'm sorry, I was looking at a comment. She said, I guess we was talking about the whips and chains. She said, I'm going to hit your ass back.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no, like I said, just anything to keep, keep that flame going,
Well, me. Oh, and Amber Cow too said she don't play that putting your hands on me around my neck at all. I said at all. I'm sorry. She didn't say oh. You know I'm always adding extra words.
Yeah.
But far as who was it again? How do you? Your favorite position?
How you please your?
My favorite position is the cowgirl, the rodeo, backwards.
Yeah.
The backwards rodeo.
Backwards rodeo.
Sorry, I'm joking. Look, no, from the back is my favorite too. From the back is my favorite, and I think for one too because with that position, a woman you can kind of have control as well. A man can too, but if you know what you're doing, if you got that good throwback, you can be in control of that. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, Ma, if you watching this, I'm sorry. Secondly, what was the other one? How to please your mate. Yeah. Me, honestly, I'm a pleaser. Again, I'll do anything except I have a threesome. Mm-hmm. Like that, I just can't do. But anything else, I'm willing to do anything, anywhere, whatever, except for a threesome. Anything. Yeah. So please, then I'll do anything. Like, and if you want some examples, not even just sexually. pleasing. I used to run his bath water every day. I used to take his underclothes out every single day. You know, all of that's a part of pleasing too, not just sexually. Made sure he ate every single day. That's just to name some of the small things. Like, so, you know, a lot of things that I do. I'm a pleaser. I feel like I'm a great woman, and you know, I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely a pleaser. That's me, for sure.
So what's the novel I'm reading now?
Let me go. Wait a minute, somebody commented. Wait a minute, y'all. Oh no, that's Pamela laughing. Wait a minute, and Embrico said, "Oh shit, wait a minute, that's mine as well." Which one? Oh, Dougie Style. Dougie Style. She was an ass up, hands down. Exactly. Learn from your mother or no? I'm sorry. Open notes.
Next one, let me see. I got my glasses off my fan.
See, y'all, he just as half as blind as me.
Do you like oral sex?
Oh, we got a call. So we got to call in. The last question was, do you like oral sex? So we're going to go back to that. We'll take the call. Can you hold that way to take the call?
Oh, hello? Yeah.
Thanks for calling Be More Open Podcast.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'm here. All right, my question is, do women like more, you know, men being dominant, or, you know, do women like more of like a submissive man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some women out here that like men that's dominant, there's some women out here that like men that's submissive. Like, that's what I want to know. Do women like more of a dominant man or more of a submissive man?
Me being a woman, me personally, I would prefer a man that's more dominant. I feel like women are supposed to be submissive. Yeah, I feel like women are supposed to be submissive. I want a man that's not nobody that's controlling to the point of where domestic violence flags, you know what I mean? Like where you really controlling me, but at the same time, you want a man that's you know, like you're the king. And especially if we're living together, we're in a relationship, the man is supposed to be, you're that king of this relationship. You're the head of this household. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want my man to make not all of the decisions, but I can't really get into it. I just feel. Go ahead again. I'm sorry.
You want him to lead. You want him to be
Exactly. I feel like that's a man's job, to be the leader of the household, and I feel like women's supposed to be submissive to their men. I do agree. That's my opinion. And if y'all women have any any comments to that, he wanted to know: do women prefer a submissive man or a dominant man? Because I feel like having a submissive man and being real, y'all can be real. We're gonna walk all over top of you.
Yep.
We're gonna walk all over top of you. And I was married for 17 years, and I'm not like I don't want to go into all of that until we start talking about marriage or whatever. But we were together for 24 years, married for 17 years, and he wasn't really dominant. And maybe that could be not at all. And it was more so like I kind of did what I wanted to do, in a sense. Like, no disrespect to him, but I kind of did. I went out when I wanted to. I stayed out as late as I wanted to. You know, I just a whole bunch of different things. I did what I wanted to do. And, you know, just looking back at it now that we've been separated for about 3 years. So, but looking back now, I'm like, damn, he didn't. You know, it was like I called the shots more than he did.
Right.
And I didn't like that. In my next relationship, he was the dominant one, and I loved it. And the relationship was totally the opposite. So I felt like a woman should be submissive, and the man should be dominant. That's my opinion.
And to what level, though, do women feel like, you know, their submissiveness should be? Like, you know, like you were saying, you don't want a man that's too aggressive, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, putting his hands on you or nothing like that. But what level of submissiveness? Like you said, I heard you say in the last comment that you know, you should run your man back or you know, stuff like that.
Right.
Have his clothes ready when he's out of the shower.
Right.
You know, it don't have to be always in a bedroom being submissive. That can be submissive to being your man. You know.
Exactly. And that's what I consider submissive as well. I consider all of that being submissive. Making sure he eat every day, making sure, you know, because and not to say like back in the day, but that is a big difference now because not saying I cook every day because I don't. Because even if I didn't cook, I was buying food, but I just had to make sure. I felt like it was my responsibility to make sure he ate every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe not always lunch, but definitely breakfast and dinner. I felt like that was my responsibility. That was my responsibility to keep the house clean. That was my responsibility to wash his clothes. That was my responsibility to give him head on deck without him asking. Like all of those things. And
but now, Joanna, that's for a man. I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
That's okay.
But that's for a man that's taking care of his business, like handling his business, going to work every day, paying the bills, stuff like that. You're not just doing that for no any old man.
And I feel like that's where I messed up at. I ain't gonna say messed up at because I felt like that's what I was supposed to be doing because again I wasn't doing none. I did none of that, which is crazy. In my marriage, I did none of that in my marriage. None of that. I mean, I cooked and cleaned, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm making sure he eat every day. I'm making sure. No, I did none of that. But when I got with this other person, he was totally different. He had more of a dominant and controlling attitude. And, I just wanted to be this perfect girl. So I did all of that. I felt like that's something that a woman should do. And he made me want to do all of that stuff. And like you said, he wasn't, he cheated. We're not together. I'm single right now because I know my worth and, I know my worth. I'm not just going to settle for anything no more because I felt like I was the perfect woman damn near, so you can't do it for everybody, like you said. And I felt like all of that stuff that I did went to waste. Like they say, I don't know if you seen it, it was something, they had a meme that said, like, you can't, all these boyfriends getting husband benefits. Basically, that's what that was. But how do you feel? What you think, though?
A lot of women out here don't really know how to be, per se, like submissive to their man. You understand what I'm saying? Like nowadays, a lot of women are so independent that they forgot how to be, woman, like a woman to their man.
Right.
They feel like, I don't need a man to do this. I don't need a man to do that. But when we growing up, the woman pretty much took care of the household, and the man went out and, work and pay the bill, make sure the bill and stuff was paid.
Absolutely.
But I feel like nowadays, a lot of women, they so much on this independent kick. I feel like social media got a lot to do with it.
Thank you.
I just feel like, women are on this so much independent kick that, they're losing a lot of good men for real because of that.
So, what do you think? And there's nothing wrong with it because I feel like I'm independent. Like I cry that I'm independent too, but at the same time, myself, because I be sitting back thinking like, damn, I'm independent, but I still want my man to do, to do this, and I still want my man to do that.
I think probably with a lot of females that he's talking about is a control thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a control thing. It's like, they want to feel in control, and instead of just looking at it like a partnership, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it, a relationship as a partnership, and no one's really in control, you know what I'm saying? Y'all both going down the same road, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just my opinion, I came, I had, female on both sides, submissive and aggressive type females, and I think that's what it was. It was the control thing. That actually to try to have control over me.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't want to have control over my man at all.
No. But see, that also too, it was because of past relationships that they was in.
Somebody clicking in. Say, what's your name, bro? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Because we got another caller clicking in.
All right, thank you.
What's your name? You don't want to say? That's fine. Thank you for calling anyway.
Hello?
Hello, yes. This is Tanika. How y'all doing?
Hi.
We talking about relationships.
Hey, Nika.
Yeah.
Hey, sister.
What you guys say? What you talking about?
Girl, I have so much to say.
We here.
Number one, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to my next relationship.
Right.
So that I can be able to connect mentally and not just sexually.
Yeah.
How do you think we can do that? Or how do you start?
Has anyone ever been in a relationship where you first connected mentally, and did that increase, your sexual energy? because you know, sex already has the energy by itself.
Yeah.
Right.
But we don't only want to just be there, because when the sex becomes bullshit, then what do you have? You don't have anything.
You don't have nothing,
But
yeah.
if you connect mentally and the sex bullshit, you're still there.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, we feel good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what does it take? What does it take to connect mentally? You know what I mean? Because I never had that relationship. Because I always operated out of my lower self. And now that I found who I am, I operate out of my highest self, and I have to find a man who meets me there. He cannot meet me as his lower self and just with his penis. He has to meet me mentally.
I say.
So has anyone ever been in that, you know what I mean, that relationship where it's so mentally yours there?
I'll put it like this.
Can you give me some advice?
I'll let Rome answer first, and I want to say something to that too, but I'll let you go ahead first, Rome.
I'll put it like this. I'm married. I've been married for 2 years. We've been together like, I say about 14 years. Yeah, about 14 years. I say this the first person I ever been with that we was friends first. You know what I'm saying? Before we, you know what I'm saying, got intimate and all that stuff, we was friends. And then we learned each other before we took that other step. You know, and then throughout, you know what I'm saying, throughout the years, we started to learn that we had, you know, things in common and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And it really was like, yo, this is the person I want to be with. You know what I'm saying? All the qualities that she had, and it's crazy, you know what I'm saying, that like, what they say about a man, he likes the qualities the same as his mother and a woman, and a female. And it was like that out of all the people I ever dealt with, this is the only one that my mother ever really got along with. You know what I'm saying?
What's so crazy, that question that you asked was so crazy. I was just watching a podcast yesterday, and it had Neo on there. And Neo was talking the same thing about his wife. Like, he was hoeing so much. He was doing this, he was doing that. And I can't remember the exact question that they asked him, but it was similar to what you said. And he said he had to sit back and think about, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong in all of these relationships that I've been in? Like, what can I do differently going forward to make my next relationship better and on another level? So that next relationship that he went in, he said that first date, what he did on the first date, they went out, they had dinner, he came straight to it like, look, I want us to put everything on the table. And he said he did this on the first date. Put everything on the table. I want to know about all the relationships you've been in. I want to know the reasons why y'all separated or broke up. I want to know everything, and I'm going to tell you everything about me at first as well. So he said he started telling her all his flaws, how he was a hoe, how he did this, how he had a sexually transmitted disease, how, you know, he just told her everything. And then she went next, and she told hers, and now they married. And he said he felt like that made a big difference, because that's something he's never done in none of his past relationships. Just putting everything out on the table from the front, and then it's like, okay, we go from here. Either you still want to deal with me or you're not. But now you know, like, it made so much sense. It made so much sense from the beginning.
That's good too. So then you ain't got to worry about nobody bringing up nothing, saying nothing about it that you already know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You already know about this person.
Right, but
I guess you know, they say you attract who you are for real.
Yes.
So if you don't operate out your lower self, you're gonna attract men that just want to fuck.
Right.
Vice versa, you know, vice versa with men, I'm sure.
And you said vice versa with men?
With men too, probably. You know what I mean?
Probably.
I mean, yeah.
Probably. So I think so.
I can't wait to connect like that. I want to see that all things.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, because he was really talking about some, you know, and to hear a man really be honest and say all the things that he was saying was just like, it was really awesome. It was awesome.
Right.
Thank you so much for calling in.
All right, baby.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Open notes.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool, y'all. And I really thank y'all all for, you know, for the support and for the questions and interacting and everything. It's
We're going to save that one for our next one.
What? A question?
About the side chick thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, how can you tell a down low brother?
Signs of a down low brother. That's a question someone sent in.
I don't know. Somebody called in with this one.
I don't know. I would think
I'm talking about as a woman, what you would like start to question about your mate that he would start doing.
I don't know, because somebody was saying something about the anal sex thing with a man that constantly, a man that constantly wants to have anal sex constantly more than he wants to have vaginal sex.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's a sign, like, I don't know, maybe y'all can help us out, because I don't know, and they say we all know one. They say everybody knows one, like, seriously. So I don't know.
I don't know, because it's like a couple, like, dudes I grew up with that come to find out that they, bisexual or whatever like that. And the whole time
They was real masculine.
Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna fight his ass off.
And they say some of the homophobic, and these again are just not nothing that I know for sure. This is stuff that I've heard. They say that people that are very, very homophobic.
Yeah, I heard
they say that they are really actually
I heard that.
Gay. You know, which again is nothing wrong with being gay. I feel like if that's what you are, that's who you are. Ask whoever got something to say about it or whatever. You know, we live in a world.
It was crazy when we grew up. That was like the thing, you know what I'm saying, to bad somebody. But as I got older, it's like that's different. Whatever they do in that bedroom, that's their
business.
You know what I'm saying? If they choose to be like that, you know what I'm saying, they still treat you with respect and everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't alienate them just because their sexual preference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of dudes be tripping me out, like you said, with the homophobic stuff, like it's gonna rub off on them, or they
really
gonna
want to fight them.
Like they gonna grab them and throw them right there or something. You know what I'm saying? Or do they see that these guys see what they really got
and themselves and they don't like it. You know, they don't. You know, like they know that they gay, but they don't.
Or the gay person, you know what I'm saying? Like they probably thinking, well, he know I'm gay. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying I'm not.
You never know. Let me try to see if anybody said anything. Because you never know. Like, you never know. But I think it's crazy how homophobic people are really, like, is it really that serious that people that, like, who are we to say who somebody else can love or who somebody else can, like, is attracted to? And I feel like it's affecting you that bad. This could be somebody that you don't even know. And people are beating up, lesbians and gay people.
But then better yet not to go, like, off subject and go into things how religion does. Religion outcasts homosexuals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, who to say somebody who they want to love. You know what I'm saying? Right. The love. And then like in the Bible, God said he loves everybody. So
and that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So why exclude that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I guess, something else we can go into one day. Somebody answers something.
Wait a minute, I think, Jabari said, wait a minute, ain't shit, we in it to win it. Then he said, wait a minute. Oh, okay, he was saying something about the weak men, about the dominant men. He was saying, don't no woman want a weak ass nigga. True that. Yeah, that was, I think that was.
But then, you know what I'm saying? That's something too, because, all right, you the head of your household and you real submissive. Say somebody is ready to attack y'all or something like that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and you ain't gonna defend, you know what I'm saying?
That's a weak man, yeah. Like you supposed to take care of your household.
So what, we going off the download thing? We ain't get too much with that.
Yeah, because I don't really know about.
Is having sex on the first night make you a hoe? Who said that with it?
I had to look on the DM. Yeah. It was random people.
Oh man, I guess.
Nowadays, to me, having sex on the first day is no. I don't think that make you a hoe. It don't make you a hoe. Just like they say, waiting, a year, 10 years, that doesn't make you a hoe.
I guess
it's on the chemistry to me. It can happen.
And then it's like,
it can happen.
It's your choice.
It can happen.
It's your choice. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing is, why is it always such a stigma on women? If you have sex on the first night, it makes her hoe. Well, what do it make the man? Because you doing the same thing as I'm doing.
Okay.
Call y'all.
I know. Call. Hold on. Hello.
Hello, I'm calling to answer the question. Well, to refer to the question, does sex make you a hoe on the first night?
Okay.
Sex doesn't make you a hoe. It doesn't make you a hoe on the first night, but then it kind of do. But I'm convinced that it don't, because it's basically giving you a free trial to see if you and the other person like each other.
And that could be true too. Oh, that's true.
That's the phone.
No, I ain't want to take the one shoe. So that can be true. So why? So you said so it can kind to. Wait a minute. Can you explain both sides?
Say that again.
Can you explain both sides? Like you said, it kind of do and it kind of don't. Why do you think it kind of do and why do you think it kind of don't?
I mean, it kind of do on a girl's part because men look at it like, oh, you fucking all these niggas on the first night.
Right.
You give yourself a name, basically, like, they gonna look at you as a thought. But if a boy do it, then they gonna be like, yeah, that's what's up. Like, they basically gonna be praising the nigga because...
Double standard.
But that's why I just said they need... That's why I just say they need to stop the stigma of women as a whole. Because a man doing it too. You ain't no different than me. We the same thing. We just got two different sexual parts.
It's double standards with the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's the same. He's the same as the female.
Same
you know what
thing. We just got different anatomies. That's it.
He's the same
That's
thing.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of what tripped me out with a lot of males too is like they don't prize their, you know what I'm saying, that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so thank you so much for calling. We got another call, and you can call back if you got any more questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Thanks for calling.
It's a big homie, big bar, you
Okay. Hey, Jabari.
What it is. Shout out to the BMO podcast, man. Just free to show my support to y'all, man. Show my love to the world.
Thank you.
Rocking it with the TV.
Thank you.
Like, yeah, man. Like, all this shit coincides with each other, right? I believe in if a relationship won't last, it has to be healthy in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? As far as the sex, as far as the communication, as far as the values of the relationship, the time spent, the work ethic, putting in the work. I mean, it's about sacrifice and building for real.
Right. So how do you think you keep it that way, though? How do it stay that way? How do you think, or what do you think make things go wrong? Like for somebody, for my example, been with somebody for 24 years, and then that's like a whole waste of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? How do it stay that way? I mean, of course, it's never going to be perfect. Nothing's never going to stay peaches and cream all the time, but for the most part, how do you keep all of that, what you're saying?
I mean, it's like anything. Like I said, it's the work you put in. A relationship is all work as it is, but a marriage is something different. You gotta work harder at it because it seems like to me, like with my experience, when a nigga doing right, the devil always trying to get you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You can put all this pressure on you to maintain and be straight. You feel what I'm saying? But then, like out of the woodwork, it just seems like something about life. The harder you work, and the more shit that's coming at you comes back to hard work. So it's just basically staying loyal to yourself, staying loyal to what you believe in, the foundation, your morals, your standards, and just being humble within yourself, man, and like realizing that, you know what I'm saying, the confidence that's instilled in you, you have to also instill that confidence in her, and y'all work together to keep building, you know what I'm saying, the dream. And the dream is a long-lasting relationship. It's a dream work to make. I mean, it takes
teamwork to make the dream work. I say it all the time.
You can't be one-sided. Like I feel like the number one killer of most relationships, marriages, is like lack of communication.
Yeah.
Definitely.
People get stubborn in their ways and don't want to talk. But if you ain't talking, you ain't gonna never get no result. If you ain't talking, somebody gotta open up. You gotta be able to open up and communicate, receive information, receive constructive criticism about yourself, take a long look in the mirror at yourself and realize who you are, and put what you want ahead of what you need. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you want your relationship to work, you won't put the work in to make the relationship work.
And both people have to be willing to do that as well.
Yeah.
Can't just one person be doing that.
Like man, I could go into detail about some shit, but I ain't really there for that. But I just know, like, yes, and shit is a constant battle, and you gotta realize if the fight is working to you, if the fight is working to you, the relationship is working, then you're gonna fight for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're gonna fight to make it work. You're gonna fight to staying in no matter how many haymakers you take, no matter how many body blows you take, if that's what you want. If you want to put the work in, and when you get knocked down, you got to get the fuck up, dust yourself off, and keep on pushing.
Right. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much, Jabari, for calling. We appreciate you. Appreciate all your support that you always show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sorry, y'all be good, man. I'm still watching.
Definitely. You can call back in too. If you got something else come up that you got something to say, call in. I like to call in today. That's cool.
Oh,
Yes, sir. I got y'all. Peace and love, man.
Thank you. All right, Jabari.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was all right. What you got? A whole bunch of others on?
The number question?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, they said a lot of, I take them all and put them under that one thing.
Oh, we
so
already talked about that one. We got the soaking water.
If anybody else have any more questions, y'all can call or send them to us and we'll answer them or go over.
This is the one that we was talking about before we got on that and everything. It said, what should you, I guess, is this a sex question?
What is it?
About what should you do if your child's mother don't want you, but is that?
Relationship.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
What should you do if your child's mother don't want you, but you are interested in someone else? They either sabotage it or play like they want you back. Been there. And
so what do you say about
my advice is go with the new relationship. You don't know how that's going to go. Right. You already know how the other relationship went. Right. Even if she trying to get back or whatever, no, because I did the same thing. I got when my kid's mother was the guy, well, it didn't work out. So I moved on. So I found somebody else and we got married. You know what I'm saying? So when she found out that we got married, she like, oh, we got married? Okay. Congratulations, you know what I'm saying? Don't look at nothing like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like things started, like she started being cool. So, you know, I'm like, okay, so she all right with this. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going over there, go, you know, visit my son and stuff like that. So, you know, that man thinking, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, maybe one more time. Right. You know what I mean? Type thing and stuff. And she was willing, so did it one more time. And then, you know, we talking all that pillow talk. You know, I want my family, you know what I'm saying? And she like, yeah, if you tell your wife, you leave your wife, we can work it out and all this stuff. Long story short, it didn't work out. Yeah, I mean, told my wife, we ain't gonna be together, my first wife, we ain't gonna be together. I'm gonna go back with my kid's mother. We gonna, you know, do the thing. Soon I tell her that, yeah, I'm ready to come back, whatever. Oh, I done found somebody. I'm good. You need to go back on with your life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, whoa.
Snapped.
But
I would snap.
I did it to myself. You know what I'm saying? I did it to myself.
And yeah, you did. And I'm just saying, being honest, you did deserve. Not that you deserve that, because nobody deserves to be hurt. But the fact that you would go to your, then this is your last wife. The fact that you would go to just a person that you're in a relationship with that you love, let alone this is your wife, and tell her, babe, we can't be together no more because whatever reason. You know, and then and then as soon as you go, that was karma. Yeah. That was karma.
Yeah. Karma like a mom. You know what I'm saying? And like the thing about it was selfish. It was really it was evil. You know what I'm saying? Evil for somebody that love you enough to marry you and be there with you, and then you go ahead and you care about somebody else more than you care about this person that's right there with you. That this person did not even worry about it. And the thing about it, like years later, I found out it was all vindictive. You know what I'm saying? It was like you didn't do them same things with me that you did with this person, so I found a way to get you back. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm like, man, it's crazy, but.
So to that, you would say,
don't go back.
Don't go back to the baby mama.
Don't
leave it alone.
Leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave it alone.
What about cause her sabotaging or trying to interfere? What do you suggest for that male to do?
Sabotages don't have nothing out there that gets you caught up. You know what I'm saying? Keep your stuff straight. Don't fall in our traps or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you see it coming, you know what I'm saying? Don't fall in our traps. So, you know, it's wild. It's wild out. You know what I'm saying? But we wind it down. You know, we got like 2 minutes left.
For real?
Yeah, and the Instagram counting down.
They do only do like what?
An hour.
It's an hour. That's
Yeah,
pretty
we
good.
offer Instagram.
Well, you want to do one more question?
We offer Instagram.
It's
But we still on
definitely-
live, yeah.
All right, so
Instagram.
we got one more call.
All right, call in,
Alright,
so we
you
can
guys
end it
go
up with
ahead
this.
and
But we
end
still
it up.
live. We still live, y'all.
On Facebook.
No.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, hello? Hello?
Oh, you might have hung them up and called back. Well, I see where they go.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, well, it just went off. But I was responding to you what you were just talking about.
Mhm.
Like, the baby mama and stuff. So what about when the baby mama text charges?
Good question. Good question. Good question.
Yeah, because some dudes be like
And they
that.
do.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
I guess like the same thing I was saying, if you see, you already know what type of person, they is, you just gotta, walk on eggshells for real.
But why should a person have to do that? If we're not together, if we're not together anymore, you going on about your business, I'm going on about my business. Like my kid's father is my husband. We're going through divorce, separation, whatever the case may be. I don't bother him. Do whatever you're doing
But
with your girl.
that's too much like right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not, I swear, now he can, if he's watching or anybody that knows I'm watching knows, don't bother him, that lady, none, I don't want no parts of that. Let you live your life, I live mine, as long as you take care of your children, that's it. That's it.
And that's true. That's 100% true. But sometimes, the opposite person, the opposite parent, don't want you to be happy, so they're going to try anything if I was trying to sacrifice.
And that's true.
Like I said, the other comment, I can't wait till y'all next week's show for the side chick, because I have a whole lot of people in that
Oh,
Make sure you be tuned in.
Okay.
And yeah, I think we all been there too. Not to go off track. I think we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Wow. So.
Okay, y'all keep doing your thing. I'm proud of y'all.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
You're welcome, Lorena.
Hi.
I love you, sister.
I love you too. Thank you.
No problem,
All right, so we winding down. We just on live now. You know what I'm saying? So I thank everybody for calling in. This was fun.
That was fun.
It was real fun. I like this. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all for y'all comments and and supporting the show. You know what I'm saying? This number 3 going on 4 now. Number 4 gonna be you know what I'm saying? Be all right with the side chicks and wives.
Chicks and wives.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have some guests in here.
Yeah, and these side chicks out there that's not scared to come and talk on your behalf, and you wives that would like to speak on a wife's behalf, hit us up, let us know. Y'all can definitely be a guest and come and,
Yeah, DM us on Instagram or DM us on Facebook.
Yeah, and hit us up, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Like I said, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Be More Open podcast, where we're going to bring this to you every Sunday at 6 p.m. at Feed the Beat Studio.
And make sure y'all go follow our YouTube page, Be More Open Podcast. I see we got a lot of viewers, but it's only 17 subscribers. Y'all show y'all support. I'm calling y'all out.
All right.
Thank y'all.
See y'all next week.